I decided to pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.
Okay, all right. I think we might be doing a little something. All right. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Big Bone Yard. You got myself. I am Big Bone 1%. That's what I'm doing that Big Bone 1% thing over here. And along with that, don't be surprised if I tell you that we got my man Tate. Tate from A-Bait. A-Bait Tate, what's up, man? Nicely done. I'm digging the shirt. Oh, wait, hold on. Check out my shirt. Okay, right on. Okay. I'm kind of doing a little something. Showing off the girl. Man, so how you feeling, man?
Dude, so there's been some things going on behind the scenes that you're privy to that not a lot of other people are. Just know good things are coming.
Yeah.
The week after Proc, I don't think we got much to be worried about if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, right on.
And the battle's not, the war's not over, but I think we definitely won this battle.
Okay. All right. Well said. Well, I'll tell you what, because we're getting started a little bit later tonight, but I know this is going to be a hell of a good week. A lot of good biker stuff going on out there. And I'm really excited and interested for this show right here because we're getting back to our roots a little bit. But to first things first, we want to point out we want to do our disclaimer, which is get that done right away. And it's really important thing because we do it every week and all like that. But that is our words. We're going to talk about a lot of things here on this show. We always do. But the thoughts and opinions expressed in this show are the thoughts and opinions of ourselves individually, not of our clubs or our organizations in any fashion. We love those organizations. We love our clubs. But these are our words only. So what we're talking for ourselves, right? Just always got to make that part real clear. But a little bit of housekeeping. Y'all already know that we're going to tell you if you didn't get your ticket for Proc, you may still have another opportunity. I do believe they're going to come out with another round of tickets because the venue is huge and they may still have some tickets available. So keep your eyes peeled. PROC, that's the MC Professional Convention. It's January of 2027. I know it sounds like a long way away, but I'm telling you, getting these tickets sometimes like Taylor Swift concert.
It's definitely a pain in the rear end getting tickets. I had a hard time getting mine already.
Yeah.
What I will say though is if you follow the Proc's Facebook page all the way up until the event, there'll be people that something came up, they can't go. They'll post on that page just trying to get what they paid for their ticket. So if you can't get tickets to Proc, follow their Facebook page. You may still be able to get something.
Yeah. Hey, look, check it out. A little pro tip for you also. Keep your eyes peeled for those tickets. A lot of times you'll see somebody have, like Tate just said, available on Facebook. But if you wait until December, you might can get some, but it's going to be like at scalper prices, So and folks do pay it every single year. So do yourself a favor and get them legit from the site. You can catch the Proc either on Facebook or if you Google MC Professional Convention, that'll get you there too. Also, a shout out to my favoriteest litigator in the whole wide world, Fran Hash. Fran's been holding down this show and the whole entire MC community for a really long time. She sponsors the Boneyard chapter's bike night that we do once a month at the Backyard Tavern. So she sponsors that. She's sponsoring the poker run that's coming up. The CLC's poker run is on the 28th of this month. Check my Facebook or Tate's Facebook or any of the social media stuff is all out there. So it's a lot of good stuff coming up. And we'll put it all out there. But I want to get to tonight's subject. Here's the tonight's topic, rather, what we talking about. Let me see if I can find that bad boy. Where'd it go? It's up here somewhere. Where'd it go? I was looking for the write-up. Yeah, damn it, that's not it. Anybody remember that dude George Jetson from the cartoons back in the day? He was a professional button pusher, and I couldn't have his job because Anyway, so tonight's episode is called Biker. Well, I said shish, because I'm trying not to cuss so much. Biker Shish 101. Ask now or forever hold your peace, and peace is spelled the way that we meant to spell it, Piece. Anyway, yes, meant to spell it like that. Anyway, so here's what's going on, and so here recently, read it. Actually, I think I wrote it better on Facebook. Where the hell is it? But anyway, so here's what we wrote for the on the page. And it goes like this. There's been a lot happening on the set lately, from politics to police, from religion to work and business. And we talked about all of it right here on the Big Boneyard. But as a viewer recently asked, and I was at a bike night recently, and this cat walked up to me and said, "Hey man, I love the show. I learn a lot. I watch every week and all like that." He said, "Well, I got one question that's kind of nagging me." And I'm like, "Oh, well, what is that?" And he says, "Man, what about the biker stuff?" And he said, and he hit me with this line. He says, "Like it used to be." And I'm like, wow. And we chopped it up a little bit more. He's been watching for probably 3 years now, because he mentioned a couple of episodes that I know was 2, 3, maybe even 4 years ago. But anyway, so he was like, "What about the biker stuff?" And I'm like, man, yeah. So long story short, you know what? He's right. So this show is about a lot of things. We cover a lot of things. We talk about all kinds of different subjects, human trafficking, whereas bikers are concerned, all that. But at its core, the Big Boneyard is all about biker tradition, history, protocol, biker etiquette, all that kind of stuff. So tonight, we're going to answer all of his questions and some of yours too. So the phone number, we put the phone number up there so y'all can call in and we can chop it up about all this kind of good stuff. But yeah, so that is what tonight is. And so we get a lot of questions, just people that'll send an email. And I'm horrible at checking the email, but I force myself to do it. It might be an email, it might be a doggone Facebook Messenger, or somebody will post a question on some post that I made, or and I know Tate gets all of the same stuff. So we get that, right? Having said that, we're going to get into some of that tonight, and I'm going to shut the hell up about explaining why and get to the what, when, where, and how, and all like that. And Jazz hit me up. Jazz Blackman, what's up, Jazz? Jazz hit me up earlier, making sure that he was watching a live show. He's in a different time zone because he's out there in the middle of the country. And so when he goes to watch, sometimes he'll trick himself and be watching the doggone like a previous episode or something. But anyway, this is live right now. So having said that, Jazz, what's up, my man? The phone number to call in, if you care to, is 786-789-3323. And yeah, we're going to talk about some biker shit. Tate, you had some questions, brother. What was the first thing that, well, hit me up. Who was it?
It was a guy named Knuckles. He's apparently from a small town in Kentucky. He says, "Big Bone, my name is Knuckles. I'm from a small town in Kentucky, and I've been hanging out probating with a small 3-piece patch club for a little over a year now. Yet I've yet to see any bylaws. When I asked about these bylaws, or asked when I can start learning them, I was told that comes in time. what say you about this? It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Mm. Man, see, man, you started with a doozy. All right, so here's what's up. As a and you got to look at it from the very first. If a person is a hang around and they say, "Hey, what's your rules about this thing, that thing, the other thing?" You might share that with them. As a patch holder, whether it's a 1% club or not, you might share certain things with them. But there's some stuff about your club, some of your rules, or some of your history, tradition, or protocol. It's not everybody else's business, and so that's for a hang around. Now, if he's a probate, there's some stuff that for sure that probate needs to know, and in fact is required to know about the club that he's joining. As far as bylaws, what if he don't make it? What if he's a probate? And let's say I don't believe in having a set time period for being a probate. Like some clubs say, oh, it's 6 months or it's 1 year, or some clubs it's 30, 60, 90 days, which I think is ridiculous. But I guess your club is your club, however they do it.
But if it works for you, as long as your shit don't mess with our shit, it won't be no shit.
Amen. Pass the grape juice, right? That's it. But it's like if he don't make it and he's learned all of your bylaws and all of your stuff that ain't nobody else's business, he's gonna take that with him from wherever he came. What you gonna tell him? Hey man, keep that to yourself. I know for whatever reason it didn't work out. It was too hard, or you decided you didn't like the club, or whatever it is. Everything that you gave him, he's taking that with him. So I understand not sharing bylaws with a probate. Now, if you're a patch member, not only are you supposed to be able to see the bylaws, you should damn well have a set of bylaws. And if you're smart, you're going to know what they say. You can avoid a whole lot of stuff by knowing what your bylaws say. What is in those bylaws? So, in that case, so maybe whoever he's talking to ought to just tell him, hey, you ain't ready for that yet, or no, Proby. I'll stand by 1 second. We got somebody calling in. Let's see who that is.
He's Jazz.
Hey, hello, and thank you for calling the Big Bone Yard. You got myself, Big Bone 1%er, and Abate Tate on the line. Or who we got on the line?
Hey, it's Jazz.
I know who it was. Tate said it was.
I know you did. Hey, Tate, how you doing? How you doing, Tate?
What's up, Jazz?
I was on the freeway went on, so I had take an exit. Speed limit 75 out here. I'm doing like about that.
Right on.
Hey, man. And now I'm pulling my driveway. I got about a mile, just under a mile of dirt road.
Okay, you're in the cage. Okay. Well, hey, so
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, shit.
Did you catch that first question?
It was something about somebody wanted to know some biker stuff.
Well, no, what it was.
Like general with biker stuff.
Well, what it was, we got. Well, no, what it was, we got a guy reached out to Tate, or he might. I'm not sure whether it was an email or what, but Tate got a email or something from a viewer who wanted to know why, like his club, he's asking. He's a probate. You said he was a probate, right? Isn't that what he said?
He's been probating for right over a year.
Okay, so he's been a probate for over a year, and he's asked a few times about seeing the bylaws, and they've blown him off about it. So, and they keep telling him, hey, that'll come in time, that'll come in time. My opinion about the bylaws is, hey, if you're a probate, a lot of stuff you need to know. Maybe some of it's in the bylaws, maybe it's not. But what if he don't make it? If he don't make it, he's going to leave. If they give him all the bylaws and he leaves, man, he's taking all of whatever their stuff is, he's taking it with him somewhere else, and he's not in that club no more. So that's what I think. What do you think?
Well, some of the big boys,
What's up, Indy?
The jewelry wearers, there's a 1 to 2 year probate period.
Yeah, I started with that. Yeah,
and you don't get the bylaws until you patch in,
right.
And that's when school starts.
Right. Well, Well, see, that's kind of what I was
with
saying.
us,
Yeah.
it's not the time. It's not the same time frame. Like it varies per individual. But I didn't get my set of bylaws till class started. Everything I needed to know, I was getting told.
Right.
You
Right.
want to know something? So ask bro, ask somebody. Go introduce yourself to the lifers when you walk through the door. And they tell you to go there, stand by the bar.
Right on. Right on.
I didn't even really start asking them questions till I was patched in, and God, really, I mean, I knew a couple of them, just because I'm old. They kind of well, you're old.
I understand.
But I didn't get my bylaws, and when I got them, I learned probate is just like when I hate to compare it to a fact. Basic training. This is what you need to know not to get your ass whooped.
Right.
Either verbally or physically.
All right. Well, hey.
Now you're ready to sit down in class.
All right. So Rock 4679 says I'm a patch member, Iron Coffins MC. We got 2 sets of bylaws. This is interesting. Rock 4679 says we got 2 sets of bylaws, probate bylaws and full member bylaws. And that's actually a pretty interesting thing. So, and that actually makes perfect sense. I mean, that's a heck of a good way to do it, because the probate
probate laws. So all the probate needs to know on paper, he needs to study.
Right.
And keep him out of trouble.
And then the big thing is that I say all the time is once you become a full patch and you actually have a set of bylaws, attack those bylaws the same way you did when you was a probie. Because when you was a probie, if you was a good probie, you knew what you were supposed to know, and you wrote it down somewhere, or if you didn't write it down, you damn sure remembered it. But the same enthusiasm and the same way you attack them bylaws then is the way you attack them bylaws later on. Or else you're going to have some essay in your ass unnecessarily. Well, I won't even say unnecessarily, but is about some stuff that could have got avoided. You could have avoided having the essay problem by just knowing your bylaws a little something. All right. What's the next one? Oh, and by the way, phone number, if y'all want to call in, the phone number is 786-789-3323. But what's the next one, Tate?
I wanted to comment
in the background. That's like generator.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tate.
I wanted to comment on Rock real quick. That could be similar to what we do. We have our bylaws, and then we have the President's Book, or what we refer to as the Bible.
Right.
And that's got all your forms and everything else in it. The next one, let me see. Here you go. All right. I don't see a name here. I'm from LA. I don't mean Los Angeles. I mean the real LA, the Florida Panhandle. I feel that one. I just recently started hanging out with a club. I've never been involved with a club before. When I asked about going to Daytona, I got excited at first. Figured, okay, this is my first full-blown event out of town with this club. I was told we only send 2 members a year. That's kind of odd to me. Then I said, I was like, okay.
He said he was in the Panhandle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but go ahead. I'm listening.
Then he mentioned Thunder Beach, which is in the Panhandle, it's in Panama City. Yeah. And he got the same answer. He says, do clubs not ride anymore? He's like, these are in-state events. I'm a little scared to even ask about crossing state lines at this point.
No. And this guy, is he a probate? Is he a probie or is he a full patch member?
He's a hang-around.
He's a hang-around.
And he was not given permission to go to Daytona. And was denied permission to go to Thunder Beach. Which Thunder Beach, depending on where he's at in the Panhandle, is anywhere from an hour to a 2 hour ride tops from wherever his house is.
Well, see, you know what's funny, and let me preface this: every club is different, but the deal it kind of works like this. As a hang around, of course, you're doing just like the name sounds. You do whatever you want. I mean, you're hanging around with the club, but you're not a probate, And typically, if you're a hang around, you're supposed to be riding with them, especially when they go if they go out of the area or out of state. As a hang around, you're ordinarily you're supposed to be there. So he might have a whole different situation going on. There's something because I mean I know a lot of different clubs, and it's pretty much a normal thing and especially when you're talking about just Daytona, or for those of y'all that's not in Florida, it's not that far. I mean, if you're coming from Miami, yeah, that's a bit of a ride. But this guy's coming from the Panhandle, it ain't that bad. You're talking a couple of hours.
6 hours. I made the trip this weekend. Or
What?
not this weekend, 2 weekends ago for Right to Ride.
It was 6 hours one way.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
But if
figure
you're going for the weekend, that's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but that's my point though, is that it's not. Yeah, that makes no sense. I don't get it. But so he might have something else going on there. So I'd love to hear back from that guy. If you're watching tonight, give us a call. We'd love to hear about it. Maybe a little more detail or something. So Rock says, he's asking, do I ride? No, I don't ride with the Leathernecks, but I know him, and we're all cool. What's that? I am a Leatherneck, actually. Come to think of it. But all right, what's next, Tate?
Let me see. Here's a guy. He's relocated big country, so I'm assuming he's from somewhere down south.
Wait, his name is Big Country?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he's from somewhere down south. He's relocated to Elsip, Illinois, which I'm very familiar with. I spent time there when I was a child. And he's wondering, do support clubs keep up on a national level? Like, does the dominant club, let's say your club, do you keep up on a national level of all your support clubs across the nation? Because he's looking to get in with a support club within the same nation he used to be in his area.
Oh, okay. All right. That's interesting. So that's a geographical question. What I mean like that. So when you're talking about clubs like mine or other like big national clubs, then they pretty much have, I'm talking dominant clubs, 1%. Yeah, we pretty much know who all of our support clubs are anywhere on the planet Earth. As far as you finding out how to get with that club, this is where one of those shut your laptop, turn off your phone, get on your motorcycle and ride it. Because you're going to meet them folks. As you meet those folks, somebody, you'll be out and about. If you're in your area, if there's a MC community in your area, you'll be able to find out. And hey, that club, which of course I get where you want to stay within the same bloodline or within the same, within the same dominant family and whatnot, but they might have 2, 3, 4 different support clubs. Or they might be just clubs that's not even support clubs, but clubs that are blessed by them or something like that. They might have a council, and the council, everybody's on good terms and all like that. So you should get out there, give yourself some familiarity, but the best way to do it is to get out there, pound the ground, get on them 2 wheels, and that'll do the trick for you. Get out there, start riding, don't be hiding.
Oh, well, there's that one.
What's up, Black Dragon Midnight Ghost Rider? I saw you out there. I was trying to holler at you. Ryan 2691 says, whenever what now? Oh, here we go. This is some old governmental
just texted you.
yeah, hold on. Let's go ahead and quit with all that old silly stuff. I don't know. It's like some weird government QAnon guy or something. the hell's all that about? But okay, so Rock 4679 said, wait, what did he say? He
Black
said,
and White
Black and
Nation.
White Nation. Oh, right on, right on. Yeah, good friends.
Let me see. Big Bone, I just moved to a new state with a new girlfriend that's been in that area for years. She's been
Never liked her and never liked her. I'm just kidding. I don't know who it is. Now go ahead.
Hey,
What's up?
reading this one sounds like a setup.
No,
I'm just being honest. She's been on the set for a number of years. I've recently started hanging around with a specific club that she's very well known with. I was always told growing up, leave your old lady at home until you're told to do otherwise. The club is asking why I don't bring her around. Do you have any input?
Well, and I'm trying to pay attention, but wait a minute. What was his thing? Is he a hang around? Is he a new member? What is he?
It sounds like he's just starting to hang around.
Okay. Well, yeah. If I'm him, early on, so as a hang around, that's up to you. If you want to bring her around, bring her around. If you don't. This is me. I'm always curious. If I'm coming around, why are you worried about my old lady? Now, legit, they might say it might be the sort of club where all the old ladies get along and everything like that. Might be that kind of situation. They might want an extra woman to help out behind the bar or for the next thing they got. Who knows? But if the wife ain't going to be a member, if his old lady's not going to be a member, why are you worried about her? That's thing number one. While you're a probate, you're an idiot if you bring your woman around while you're a probate. If you do it, stop doing it. It's a horrible idea. I mean, and every club is different, but just in general, because while you're a probie and you're running around, if you're with a traditional MC, especially if they're wearing jewelry, you ain't gonna have no time to or be allowed to go making goo eyes at her when you're supposed to be mopping the floor or putting ice behind the bar or who knows what else they got you doing. But one, you probably don't want you might, but you probably don't want your old lady seeing you running around groveling, sweating, and doing all of this stuff. And besides, that ain't none of her business anyway. Now, after you're patched, at that point you do what you want to do. But I was told one time, real good advice. While I was a probie, they said, don't bring nothing you love up into this place right here. Not while you're a probie. Because whatever it is, if you want to keep it, don't bring it here while you're a probie. I'll leave it like that. But yeah, so it's a lot of things. Just to kind of touch base, I'm really glad that dude, came like he did, because there's a lot of questions that people have all the time, and either they're too shy to ask or they think it's a silly question or any of this kind of stuff. But sometimes an environment like this is a great environment by which to get the information that you want without, this is an open forum type of thing. We're not going to talk about stuff that we don't need to talk about. If y'all ask something crazy, I'm not going to answer it, or I'll share that with you why. Anyway, but yeah, you got any more?
I got one. So we've had this this new guy start following us here recently. I'm not gonna throw any names out there. I don't want to put anybody on blast. But he's been looking to get a chapter open of a club that he's been riding with. I'm sure you're familiar with who I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. He's riding with it. He's a patch member of the club.
That's what I understand.
Okay. And he wants to open a new chapter of his club
in a new area.
Okay.
Because I guess he's relocated.
Okay.
But it's a family club. So, but they're gonna have to support somebody, clearly.
Yeah.
as a dominant, do you look at, and this sounds really petty, but just for people's information, do you look at the colors that somebody may be choosing to fly when you're choosing if you're going to bless that club to wear your support patch or not?
Sometimes it depends. So like if we're talking about an existing club, now is this existing club? See, there's a
I
few
guess the dominant he had down south isn't
wait.
in that
Well,
area.
let me ask let me clarify. That dominant, are we talking about in the same state?
No.
Okay. So he's with a his club that he's relocating from is in a different state. Was there a different I'm assuming, is it a different dominant?
That's what I'm assuming, just based on the kind of information I have gotten from him.
All right, so there's a lot of variables going on there. So Florida, I'll just say it, and trying to ruffle no feathers, and if I do, then too bad. But so Florida is what we call a black and white state. There's really two dominants that have the greatest amount of influence in this state. If, let's say hypothetically, somebody's coming from, and look, let's say it's a white guy with an all-white club coming from New York, was blessed by the dominant in New York. They got chapters, they got 3-4 chapters in New York, all dealing with that same dominant. That does not mean that by default they can just go to another place because they cool in New York. That's not how it works. The boss here is the boss here, or the boss is here, or the boss is here, right? So if that white club from New York comes to Florida saying, hey, we want to set up, there's a conversation that's going to be had. And as far as that patch, there's a whole lot of conversations that are going to be had. So maybe they get blessed, maybe they don't, because there's a lot of questions that would need to be asked and answered before step 2. That would absolutely be a baby step situation. And there's a possibility the answer might be no. That's part of it. That's part of it. If you've been around this stuff long enough, I've seen many clubs or club members try to get set up in my area, and unfortunately, it was they were unable to do that for a variety of reasons. But, so yeah, that's a good question.
Well, flip side of that coin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say somebody was moving from where they're currently located to, let's say, Central Florida. Just keeping it to where, in your whereabouts as far as the state goes, you're a Florida boy, we're going to keep it in Florida. You know how shit works in Florida. Definitely. So they're moving from, I don't know, Timbuktu, Washington to somewhere in Central Florida where they grew up at. They got a bunch of friends that they went to high school with, and they just want to start their own thing. Now, are the colors they choose to fly at that point going to determine whether or not they can be a support club? Even though the club they're starting or wanting to start.
Brand new club, and let's just say, hypothetically, they wanted their club colors to be plaid. I'm being facetious.
Yeah.
They wanted to...
tie-dye riders.
Yeah, they're a brand new club, and they wanted to have a tie-dye patch. And tie-dye is significant to a club out of Alaska, right? Well, if that patch looks too much like them guys in Alaska, it might be suggested that they choose a different patch setup, because there's a process by which a new club is going to present their patches for consideration. And it's not uncommon for things to change. So the patch that you might see a 5-year-old club, the patch that they're wearing is not necessarily the patch that they originally came up with. because there is a degree of compliance that has to happen.
Gotcha.
So again, that's variable type stuff. Yeah,
Who are the Naimans?
hey, we're not going to discuss that.
Gotcha.
But I'll tell you what. Oh wait, Black Dragon said. He said, "I got a question for you, Big Bone 1%er. A friend of mine already started a riding club. If I'm not mistaken, what will be like RC support the dominant, and it doesn't matter what color you are. Are you asking or are you telling me? I'm not sure. Wait a minute. I'm not. Hey, Black Dragon, give us a call so I can make sure I'm understanding you properly.
Gotcha. Let's see, what else do I got?
Oh, you don't have to say the name of the dominant. Just I'm just trying to understand the question. That's a Black Dragon Midnight Ghost Rider. So I'm saying it like that to differentiate between the other Black Dragon that a lot of us know.
Well, here's a good one. Does a riding club have to wear a support patch?
No. There's plenty that they don't have to. But again, that's very, and I'm saying that depends on where you are. In some areas, hey, if you're going to get blessed, that's going to be a part of it. There's variables. Hey, if you're a national club starting a new chapter in a certain area, it might go against your bylaws or the way that your club is set up to be able to do that. And that's a conversation that's going to be had. So it absolutely depends. But so the quick answer is no, they don't. There's a number of riding clubs that don't, like Rough Riders, for example, which I think officially they're not even called a riding club. I mean, status wise, they would fall into the riding club category. But you might notice they don't wear support patches. There's Rough Riders, some everywhere. They're solid. They're good on the set. They know protocol. They follow it. All like that. Oh no worries, Jazz. No worries at all. But anyway, I'll tell you what. This has been this got my little head turned a little bit in a good way. So for those of y'all watching, if you come up with any thoughts, questions, concerns, or that kind of stuff, shoot us some, communicate with us. Shoot us a message on social media, or check. You can actually anytime you can go on YouTube, watch the show, and just write in a question, and we'll see. Even if you're not doing it today, you can do it later on. But in the meantime, let me see what he say. Okay, Black Dragon said let's give him a call. Oh wait, that's it. I think that's him. Nope, that's Jazz. Hey, hello.
Hey, it's me again.
Hey, Jazz. Okay. Hey, we was getting ready to wrap up, but we got a call coming in from Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider. But here, give us a few. I want to keep this line clear so I can make sure this guy can get in. But we're gonna speak back with him in just a second.
Yeah. Tell Dragon to call. Dragon, call again.
All right. Hey, where'd he go? He's here somewhere. Anyway, I don't know if he's going. We might be having technical difficulties. I'm not sure. Yeah. But anyway, I'll tell you what. If you don't call back in, that's all right. You can hit me up later. We'll do it offline. But in the meantime, y'all, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Wait, what Jazz say? Jazz said something. Jazz said, "See, we all kind of know each other one way or another." That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah.
What? Hey, tonight I know it's past everybody's bedtime, but for real, I'm glad y'all took time out of your day to take a ride through on the Big Boneyard, and we're gonna do this again in about 7 days. We're gonna chop it up on some things. If y'all got something specific that you want us to delve into, let a brother know, and we're gonna get at it. But Tate, what if anything you got to say to the folks?
I know we spoke on Proc earlier. Keep in mind, NCOM is the next big event coming up, and that is Mother's Day weekend. Tickets are on sale.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was that Lisa? Okay. Yep. Lisa's saying about HP 429. Hold on, let's see. And next time. Oh wow. Hey, next time, how about how to start a chapter? Okay, let's do that. Let's make the next show. Let's make our next show how to start a chapter. That will be an interesting show. Because there's a lot to it. And but it's a great question because I know a lot of folks it comes up. Even before how to start or how to start a chapter, I think one thing might be why do you want to? Hold on one second. Hey, thanks for calling the Big Bone Yard. This is Big Bone 1%er, and you got my man Abe Tate. Who's calling us on the phone?
Hey, it's Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider. What's up, homie?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm just chilling, man. Eating some KFC. Just got in the house, but I just didn't want to. Huh?
I thought you ate yesterday. Wait, you got to eat food every day?
Every day.
Y'all spoiled out there where you are. All this food.
Oh yeah. We country, yeah. We eat good. I know I do.
You gotta get them wings from Publix.
Yeah.
Huh?
You gotta get them Publix wings,
Yeah,
the hot and spicy.
That's right. Oh hell yeah. But I got a serious question I want to ask you, man, and I don't know what to do. Because Pops, he good people and stuff, but it's like I think he said we support like the dominant, and there's only one dominant here in our state where I'm at. No need to say the name. You know who that is.
Yeah.
And he had asked him. He said, "You don't care, if he's black or." It was like, "No, we don't care." You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but we not gonna be no diamond club, but we'd be like just a support, but we could fly our colors. You know what I mean? We have our state and everything, bottom rocker or whatever, I'm just making it plain. I'm not no diamond, no diamond holder.
Well, hold on. That's what I wanted to ask you. So your club. I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding. So, has the club started already, or is
Yeah.
Already started.
Yeah. And he's wanting me to be a sergeant arms.
Okay.
So he's like wanting to get me in there as quick as possible.
Okay. Let me ask you now. So the bottom rocker, does it say the name of the state, or does it say the name of
our state?
Okay.
It just got our state. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So.
And then the symbol, I forgot what he said, but it's like, but it won't be no diamond, but it'd be like I guess like a RC.
Well, let me.
So I told him, I said, let me think about it.
Let me help you a little bit. So if the bottom rocker, I'm speaking from a traditional standpoint, if that bottom rocker has the name of a state, chances are that's not a RC, that's not a riding club. And which is okay. Is this a new club?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, every state jurisdictionally, they do things a little bit different, but certain things aren't that. I mean, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that what you might want to do is that's another thing. So if you got a bottom rocker that has the name of the state, is it a traditional 3-piece patch?
I think he said, if I'm not mistaken, I know what you're talking about. If I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn he said it had my name, then the state.
That would be on the front more than likely. But
okay.
What you want to do is you want them to let you get a picture of that patch, or actually jump on your bike, ride on over to them. Y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, but get your eyeballs on him, and you want to ask him, be specific. Hey, are you a RC, like a riding club? Are you a MC? Like, are you a RC? Are you a MC? How closely associated with the dominant are you? Are you an affiliate club? Are you a support? Because being an affiliate and a support club, those are two different things.
Well, I believe it'd be like affiliate, you know, we'll be, you know, partying with them and stuff, you know what I mean? And things like that.
Well, every club that they blessed is affiliated with them. I'm not saying affiliated. I'm saying an affiliate club. Those are two different things.
Oh,
so
okay.
What you want to do is you want to clarify the status of that club, the relationship between that club and the dominant. Not because it's a bad thing or a good thing or any of that, but just so you understand the level of that association. But I can tell you straight away, if the bottom rocker has the name of the state, that's not a riding club. And if they're saying that they're an affiliate club, like let me put it like this: if you are an affiliate club, not an RC, and not necessarily even an MC, but if you're an affiliate club, if your dominant has an issue, on the white side, for example, if your dominant has an issue, you have an issue. You got that same issue. So if they ain't seeing eye to eye with somebody, you ain't seeing eye to eye with somebody. And it's a whole bunch of other things that we'll talk about another time. You know, like offline, we'll talk about it. But the thing is, you want to be clear as to what the relationship is and what the status is of that club.
Right, because I asked him about the bylaws, and he was like, "No, we ain't got, you know, just, you know, no bylaws." Like, what? Yeah. Well, you know, and then you know, we got to wear the denim, you know, denim.
Well, see, look,
you know,
another thing, if the club is, it sounds like this is a very new club. It's like if they don't have bylaws yet, you know what I'm saying? Like if they don't have bylaws yet, and they're still putting together the like who the leadership is going to be, like the cabinet, we call it, you know, president, vice president, sergeant at arms, treasurer, who did I forget? Secretary. You know, if they're still putting that together, then that's a very new.
They are,
which is still fine, but you still want to establish the association between them, and the dominant, and then that way you know how to move.
Right.
You know,
but he was like, once you get in, you're in, you know, and ain't no fucking up, you know. Excuse my language.
Right.
But yeah.
But yeah, and you know, and that's a part of it too. It's like, how you know if you messing up if y'all don't got no bylaws, you know?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like threw me off.
Yeah.
Just observe, just go with him when, you know, ride with him out there and see what's going on.
Hey, Jazz,
I'll do that tomorrow, matter of fact.
Jazz just said something. He says, and that cabinet, you know, that's the your top 5. That cabinet needs to sit down and decide how they want to be seen. It's like every club has a image or a personality, so to speak. You know, so you want to decide, excuse me, are you trying to come across like a family club? Are y'all out here to do charity? Are you a party club? Are you a bunch of tough guys? You know, like how y'all getting down? You know, so you want to discuss that, you know, because you if you sit down with 5 guys and ask that question, you might get 5 different answers. You know, but but that's where bylaws and mission statements, stuff like that, that's where it comes. That stuff comes in.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because a mission statement is going to basically say, here's who we are. Here's what we stand for.
Okay.
You know, so you want to get an idea of like what they're trying to be about.
Okay. Thank you, man, for breaking that down.
No worries, man. No worries. I'm glad. That's
like
why
I said, it's all new to me.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Look, and matter of fact, if you get an opportunity to go back, there's, you know, we've been doing a ton of shows. You've been watching forever, but go back, look at some of those older episodes, and just kind of delve into it, and you know, just to get like a idea of a few different things, because we actually did a show before on how to start a new club and what everybody's job is and what that means. It's like if you're going to be a sergeant at arms, that's a question that in fact could be a show that we could cover. Like we could do it again, rather, where we cover all what each job is for. So like if they're saying, hey,
Okay.
we want you to be a sergeant at arms, you're like, great, I'm going to be a sergeant at arms. What the hell does that mean? You know, like you want to find out
Right.
specifics of that. The sergeant at arms, more so, I'll tell you this, more so than anybody in the club, the sergeant at arms needs to know the bylaws. You can't be a sergeant at arms without bylaws, because the sergeant at arms, his number one job is to enforce the bylaws. And that means from the president on down to the probie. The sergeant at arms is, in most cases, in a traditional club, the only one that can just straight up check the president's ass is the sergeant at arms. So that's the thing. You want to get familiar with what's going on with that club. But in the meantime, brother, I'm glad you got at us, and follow up with us next week, and let us know. Let us know.
I will.
How it turned out.
I definitely will, man. I definitely will. Right. Because right now I'm the only brother who will be, on the set. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, so based on that too, you definitely want to be on top of your game. Because if
you ain't lying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want to cross your T's, dot your I's, and double check them.
Yeah, I'm just going because I don't want to jump into something, and someone ain't liking me, you know what I'm saying? And they say it was cool, so I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. But hey, brother, thank you for calling in tonight, and definitely.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, that was Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider. He's been around for quite a bit. Been pounding the ground. That dude rides his shit. But yeah, man. Well, that's about all I got, Tate. What you got to say to the folks, man?
That's about it. I mean, I think we got our next couple months set up based on just talking to Jazz and Black Dragon there for like 10 seconds. We could do I'll talk to you offline, but I got some ideas.
All right. Well, what did Jazz said the next show should be? Let me see where.
How to start an MC, a traditional MC.
How to start a traditional MC. Yeah, that's a good question. So yeah, we can delve into some of those sort of things, like recap, not just how to start a club, but why should you, or if you should, and then also hit all of those different jobs, like what those different job titles mean. Because a lot of folks, I was at a meeting over the weekend of a certain council. And it did my heart so good. President of one of the clubs, someone asked that president, hey, well, what is your job supposed to be? And they answered the question, perfect, textbook, like, and kept looking over at me like this, going, and I'm like, oh, shoot. They're giving me the eyeball because I had taught them all of that. When this club was coming together, before they were a club, I said, hey, let's have a conversation. And we went over all this. This went on for days. So about, we worked on bylaws and this, that, and other thing, covered all these different issues. But when we finished, man, they were set the hell up. And I mean, very, very properly. So that meeting for them, they were dealing with the things that came up from a position of strength. And it was really cool to see that. So I was very, very proud of that. Anyway, I'm going to shut the hell up because it's past my bedtime. I got to get to it. But hey, look, y'all, I think this has been a fun show tonight. Y'all feel more than welcome to give us a call. The next time we're doing a show, give a call, hit us up on social media, and, say hey every now and again and let us know what you're thinking. In the meantime, I got to say peace out. Love and respect to all of y'all, and thank y'all for taking this ride on the Big Boneyard with us tonight. Peace.
Welcome to the Big Boneyard. Enter at your own risk.
I decided to pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.